What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia?
Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another car review, and today we are in a 2017 Camaro ZL1. Now the ZL1 has a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 that you would also see in the Z06. It's the exact same engine, making 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. Now this one is not stock, and you can gather that by the freaking loud exhaust, which has a pair of glass backs in there. Right now, actually doing 60 miles an hour, about 1400 RPM, not too bad, but it gets loud when you get on it. Now you might have already noticed also that it sounds a little bit more raw as well on the engine side, and that's because it has BTR cams in it. And it also has a 13% reduction in the pulley, which causes the supercharger to spin faster and thus create more boost. And these brakes over here, they're not carbon ceramic, but man, they stop nice. What the hell, man? This thing is absolutely freaking nuts. Now we got the traction control on, and you can feel that because it's pulling power constantly. This thing, it just freaking flies, you know? This is nuts. Now the engine, like I said, is not stock, so it makes more horsepower. It makes 621 horsepower and 662 pound-feet of torque to the wheels, and I believe it. This feels faster than any car that I've ever driven, even that Mustang. And that Mustang made less torque, so that made a lot of sense. Man, that turn-in also is phenomenal. You think this is foot to the floor? It absolutely is not. I'm not even hitting full throttle on that, and it just pulls like a freaking freight train. God! Oh man, this thing is just so quick. So quick. And that downshift, man. Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm not even doing anything. This is holding the finger. Oh goodness, man, I love this thing already. Oh jeez. It sounds absolutely gnarly. The computer is definitely in performance mode right now. Guys, this is absolutely freaking nuts. So let's talk performance figures real quick. 0 to 60, 3-second range. Quarter mile, it's an 11-second car, but this does have drag radius on the back, so on a track, this will probably hit the quarter mile in 10 seconds. Top speed just shy of 200 miles an hour. What I've ever experienced. I cannot get enough of that acceleration. These brakes are also absolutely great. And as loud as this exhaust gets, it quiets down perfectly when you're cruising. And that's surprising to me because, you know, they're glass backs. It's a freaking old school style exhaust. In addition to the glass backs, it also has long tube headers, and it is catless. So when it was outside and the car started up, I could smell that wonderful smell, you know, of catless cars, and it's great. The common misconception about American cars is that they can't handle. Now, this is one of those cars that did the Nürburgring in 7 minutes and 29 seconds, or 29.6 if you want to be specific. And that is very, very quick. You know, it's not a sub 7 minute time that everyone is aiming for right now, but we're also talking, let me wait a second. Here we go. We're also talking about a freaking Camaro. A Camaro is putting these times down. So that is nuts. It's absolutely crazy. And the wonderful thing is that you can go over to the showroom floor, spend less than $100,000, especially in the second-hand market, of course, and get you in a car that is, in my book, a giant slayer. This car is faster than most vehicles on the road. This is the 10-speed automatic, and it does have paddle shifter, so I really wonder how that works from a dig. We're gonna find out. Man, you feel that entire car freaking shaking right now. Man, I love it. Okay, let's bleed off some speed here. Oh, goodness gracious me, man. This thing is nuts. This thing is absolutely freaking nuts. And it's even more fun to shift it yourself. And this transmission, lightning quick. And again, a conventional transmission. I don't know why people still bother with these dual clutch transmissions, because these conventional ones, they're just as good, and if not better. Apparently this shifts faster than some of the high-end Porsches. Crazy stuff. The downshifts are absolutely great. I mean, you can get this in a 6-speed manual, but with all this power, why would you? Second gear here. That is just absolutely freaking crazy, guys. I mean, the sheer acceleration of this thing. Wow. Now, let's calm it down here. I think I punished this car enough and punished myself, because I have to go back into 300 horsepower at the engine Mustang GT. Man, this officially right now is the fastest car that I've ever driven in my life. Beyond question. So, Junior, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Funny thing though, Junior that owned that Mustang that I reviewed, which was now the previous car that was the fastest on the channel, now also owns a ZL1. So good on you, brother. You made the perfect choice. This is a car that I 100% love. It makes tons of power. It also does not go freaking crazy when you hammer it. And of course, you know, these NT05s on the back do help that out a bit. So now we put it in track mode, which is less restrictive. Put it back in the automatic mode right now. Let's see how she does. Yeah, that's completely fine and completely lovable as per usual. God, man, I really have to stop myself from cussing right now, because this thing is absolutely crazy. God, even in track, it just, oh man, it just keeps surprising you. Yeah, it does get a little bit squirrely, but you know, that's what happens if you have more than 600 wheel horsepower or more than 600 wheel torque at the rear wheels. Man, this is freaking crazy. Let's talk about the exterior styling real quick. If you put this car next to a Camaro SS, the Camaro SS just looks pedestrian compared to it. It's almost like they designed this first, and then they realized they still need to make a ZL1 and go, yeah, we can't improve upon this, so let's just dumb down the design, give it to the Camaro SS, and then keep this for the ZL1. And it really shows. This car looks absolutely mean. The front end, I love. The rear spoiler is great. The exhaust it just looks phenomenal. It all comes together. Now let's jump over to the interior styling. Of course, you know, it's going to be the exact same as the SS with some differences. These seats, for instance, are way more performance orientated. They hug you way better. Also, the steering wheel, the suede, just phenomenal. I love the feel of this. And you'll never lose grip. There's no way in hell that that's going to happen. Even on moderate acceleration, you're not gonna get away with no drone. It's drone city in this car, and that's something you have to be aware of if you're gonna go with the similar exhaust setup of long tube headers, glass packs, and no cats. It's just gonna get loud. Now, as far as interior space goes, the same as the Camaro SS. The trunk is adequate for its size. The seats also fold down, which gives you extra room there as well. This car, in my opinion, would be the better car to get versus the Z06. Yes, this one's slower, but the Z06 gets the 8-speed, this gets the 10-speed. So it's actually closer than you think. The only thing you have to do is look up some YouTube videos and then you see that the Z06 is really, it is faster, obviously, because this is still a brick compared to a Corvette, but this is not that much slower. And since we're stuck here at the light, the work on the car has been done by Bailey's Performance, and the exhaust has been put on by Miller Muffler. Another thing that I noticed about the car, the red accents that the owner put on the front splitter, the quarter panel, and also on the wheels. It sets it off, it makes it more personal. Accelerates, I just cannot get enough of it. Now, of course, over here we're gonna have to do this thing. First gear. Terian, thank you so much for letting me review your car, man. This is absolutely nuts. Conclusion, of course, a freaking course. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. For me, this is an absolute treat. Fastest car in the channel right now, guys. I don't think I will be able to beat this in quite some time. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you on the flip side. Oh man, the catless.
You're just like me when you see a puddle, well, go around that puddle.
Well, yeah, I do it automatically, man. It's auto.
I know, man.
I don't know why. I'm like, screw this noise. Yeah, man, it feels like it's warm coming out of there. Maybe AC's not
Here you
on.
go. Hold up.
Ah, ooh, really? You got seat dip. Oh my God, that is so nice. Oh man, yeah, I know. I am comfy now, dude. I'm never leaving this car. It's like the Porsche had the same thing. It had those seats. Man, they're so nice.
I think that's what I'm wanting next. I want to add. It's going to be either AMG or a Porsche. It's going to be something German.
Look at that. So something like that. Although that is a 911.
Don't you do it, guy.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Probably going to get on the highway anyway.
Yeah, well, if he is, I'll give him a little taste. There you go. That's not that quick. Instantly regrets his purchase of a Porsche. Oh goodness, man, this car is so much fun. Yeah, it's less money than the Porsche too. Just hear that thing just idle right now. Oh, your mom's calling.
Yeah, I know.
The only reason why I know it, every car should have this, man. This freaking LCD screen.
You don't have to take your eyes off of it.
That is awesome. I'm like, what speed am I? 60 miles an hour. Oh, let me look down here. Ah, we're attacking 1400 RPM. Too bad it still does only 20 mile per gallon highway. Red lines and say, man, this is the point where I go.
Yo, you notice how fast it was when you were in automatic. It's even.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's find out. I'm just gonna ease into it because I don't want to.
But you're gonna want more.
Yeah.
Once you feel it, you're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm trying this shit again.
Well, we should have another light over here. So normally this would be like sixth gear, normal transmission, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. What the hell? 10 gears. How many times? My flappy paddle gearbox hand is getting tired. 10. Man, look at that. There's our Camaro right there. Look at that. It just looks bland compared to this.
Especially in white. It looks like a fleet car in white, if you ask me.
You know that Junior?
Yeah.
His ZL1 is white.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's gonna wrap it though. Probably Nardo Gray, which I think
that's what I was gonna go with next.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I can't do it now if he's gonna do it. I'm gonna do something. I'm probably gonna do the green that's on that Demon. You know, the army green.
Oh yeah, no, that will look sick.
That would look awesome, dude.
Especially with the red axis that you got going on. Oh man.
That's what I may do.
Yeah.
Since he's gonna go Nardo.
I believe he's gonna go Nardo. I should ask him. I'll ask him and I'll message you. No, he's not doing Nardo. But he changes his mind. This Mustang was Nardo. So I'm like, yeah, let me just I'll hook you up with the inside scoop so nothing happens in that regard that you have the same cars. But then again, you will have those red accents. He's not gonna have that.
Yeah.
So you'll still be different. He doesn't want to come over because it looks so mean in his rearview mirror. Wow, an old Buick. You need to get a B-Woody intake, man.
I know, right?
I don't know if they make one for this, but
yeah, that's a rotofab under there. Rotofab intake.
Because it's not supercharger. Where's the line?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You can,
but it doesn't really matter because the speed is there.
Exactly, and it's so loud that you can kind of hear. You're going to be able to hear it